You know what's really fascinating? The Bible is still such a powerful influence today, even though it's
Yeah,
thousands of years old.
it's incredible. Why do you think it remains so relevant in our modern world?
Well, some people think it's because powerful organizations have promoted it, but that
Hmm.
doesn't fully explain it, does it?
Right, because if it were just about promotion, they could have chosen any ancient text.
Exactly. I mean, why not the works of Plato or Seneca?
Yeah.
There must be something more to the Bible's enduring power.
So, what do you think sets it apart then?
I think it's because the Bible connects with something fundamental in human life. It's like
Okay.
it speaks to universal experiences and truths.
But given it's so old, you'd think it might be out of touch with today's issues.
You'd think so, but it's like the Bible transcends
Right.
time. Despite its age, it addresses themes that are still relevant.
That's true. But how did it manage to stay influential over all these centuries?
Well, it's not just one book, it's a collection written by many authors over a long period, and it was
Yeah.
shaped by real life experiences.
What do you mean by real life experiences?
I mean, the Bible grew out of actual events and needs of the people.
Hmm.
Each book was written in response to something happening at the time.
So it wasn't just written in isolation or as abstract philosophy?
Exactly, it's like a tapestry woven from the threads of human lives, and that's why it
Right.
resonates so deeply with readers.
But couldn't other ancient texts claim the same thing?
Well, some do, but the Bible was also tested by life.
Yeah.
Communities kept the writings that genuinely impacted them.
So it was like a natural selection of texts that proved meaningful?
Exactly. The books that inspired, guided, and corrected people were the ones that endured.
But do you think that process was entirely organic? Maybe there was some authority imposing decisions.
That's a fair point. But even where authorities were involved, the texts had to resonate with the people's experiences.
Hmm.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have lasted.
That makes sense. So the Bible's authority comes from its impact on life itself.
Precisely. And it all culminates in the life of Jesus. The
Yeah.
entire narrative points toward him as the central figure.
But don't other religions have central figures in their sacred texts too?
They do, but the Bible's uniqueness is in how diverse writings over centuries all converge on this one point. It's like a
Right.
symphony with many instruments playing the same melody.
That's a beautiful analogy. So even with its ancient origins, the Bible speaks to timeless human needs.
Exactly. It's not just history, it's a living document that continues to interact with our lives.
You've given me a lot to think about. Maybe that's why it's still the world's best-selling book.
Probably, it's like no matter how much the world changes, the core questions remain the same.
Yeah.
And the Bible addresses those questions head on.
Well, I guess that's why its influence endures. It's deeply connected to who we are as humans.
Absolutely. And that's what makes it endlessly fascinating.